Hey everyone, welcome back. So as you can see here, I'm painting this model and I'm starting off with a white Zenithal highlight. I usually don't do Zenithal highlights on skin tones anymore, but for this one I was like, you know what the heck, let's just do it. Looking back at it now, honestly I don't think it was needed at all, and how I paint skin tones these days, I don't really think that the pinks or the reds underneath are needed either. I just kind of build everything up with layers and placement instead, but yeah, if you like how it turned out, especially the glamour shots at the end, and you like the way I do skin tones, and this is the exact process I use for this model. Alright, so now I'm moving into the base work. I'm dry brushing some opaque white here. Honestly, it doesn't matter what kind of white you use. The whole goal is just to get some lighter areas compared to the black. I'm not trying to cover everything up either. Just trying to show a little bit of color variation before moving on to this next color right here. Now I'm going to be putting on this brown wash right here. Just going to be slapping it in different areas, basically all over, putting it on wet. It's not very apparent, but it's supposed to be subtle, so it does, you know, lay nice when it dries. And then I'm going to be using this color right here, dry brushing, just in some of the lighter spots. Again, we just want a little bit of contrast here. We want to show some of these light spots coming up. And after this, I believe we are going to go to a darker shade, which I show right here, which is Cyborg Brown. And I'm just going to go into some of the recesses and the shadowed areas. And again, we just want to do a little bit different colors and things like that, just to, you know, make it not, you know, so boring. Gonna be using this Atom Gold to work on these gold coins. She has a chest full of coins, probably inside too, but only the ones outside are showing. And we're gonna go back to this brown wash, and I'm doing a close-up here, and we're just trying to get this in between the coins. We just want a little bit of shadow in those coin areas right here. And it didn't take too long to do, and you know, we're gonna go ahead with this brighter gold color, and this is, as you guessed it, just trying to do some highlights here. Coins are going to be, you know, different colors, different shades of gold, tarnished. So that's why you'll see that the coins here look different. Some of them are darker, some of them are lighter. And after that, we're going to start working on her chest, which I'm sure is full of gold coins as well. And we're going to be stippling this light brown on here. And I just stipple the whole thing, and I want to show some of that black behind here. And hopefully the camera picks it up. But we're gonna transition to this snakebite leather, and the snakebite leather does darken it up a little bit. It's supposed to blend everything in, and in the camera, for some reason, it looks a lot darker what it is in real life. But it still turned out good. I think the camera still, you know, does it justice, and that's how it looks so far. And I'm gonna be transitioning to this pastel, and I wanted to do some of these black edging, give it a little bit of weathered, aged look around the edges, and I do feather this out and blend it in with my bigger brush, and I just do that for the entire chest. And I think the end product, it looked pretty good, and it doesn't look like much now because we haven't done any of the metal parts, but it all comes together pretty soon. Now I'm going to be taking this and start working on the metal, and there really wasn't much I did to this. I did use a panel liner for the rivets afterwards. I don't think I showed that footage, but there's the chest. And now I'm going to be working on her hat. I'm sure this is called something officially. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. But I'm using this warm buff right here, and I guess I should have Zenithal highlighted. At first I was going to keep it that color, and I was like, nah, it's too light. I'm going to make it a little darker. So I come back with this right here just to darken it up. Gonna be working on her katana here. I just painted this whole thing in an off-white, and then I vinyl cut like a cherry blossom type of branch. I just wanted a little design on there. There wasn't any design. And of course I'm using this metallic blue from Atom. And let that dry, and I'm gonna be mixing some of that original blue metallic with this darker blue just for the shading underneath. And I'm gonna carefully peel, and what I should have done, and what you should do if you do this, is make sure you clear coat beforehand. And I'm going to be taking my little custom mixed base skin flesh tone thing, and I mixed a lot of colors just to get the light skin tone. It's just a base skin tone. I'm sure you could buy a base skin tone somewhere. And I'm just going to be coating her. I'm just doing 100% coverage. Again, that's why I said the zenithal highlight probably wasn't needed at all. But that's okay. We're going to make it look good in just a second, and we're going to take this beige pink, and now I'm going to start working on some of these shadows. So that's how I work. I know a lot of folks will actually do the shadows first and then put the highlights and build on top. I don't do it that way. I like the way I do it. I put the base coat, and then I start doing the shadows, and then I do the blending, and then I do the highlights, and then I'll blend again if needed. And I wanted to say, as you could see, when it comes to the shadows, I'm not over-exaggerating the shadows. They're there, you can see it, it looks exaggerated, but it's only a little. Some people really exaggerate these shadows. I'm not saying that's the wrong way to do it, it's just the way I don't do it. Only because I'm going to be blending it, and I want the shadows, I want the skin tones to look natural, I want them to be subtle. So that's the reason why you don't see me, spraying very heavy-handed. And you could tell her face, you could see some of it, but it's not overpowering. And with this warrior, I wanted her to be a little bit of a darker skin tone, not so fair. And that's the reason why I'm putting on that skin shade right here, just to darken her up a little bit. Continuing on off her face, now I'm working on the highlights. I don't show it, but I go back to my original skin tone and I mix up just a little bit of the shade in there. Maybe just a tad bit of brown, just so it's not super light. Like I said, I don't want to over-exaggerate the highlights. I want this to look more natural, more realistic, and people aren't walking around with big highlights on them. I mean, unless the sun's like glowing on them or something, but she has a hat on too, so like I said, everything I do, I want it to be fairly blended and everything like that. And I'm going to continue to work on this hat. I still haven't figured out what the name was, because I'm doing this narration live, and I didn't look it up. And I'm just putting a little bit of shadow in here, and that's all I'm trying to do underneath her hat, under that top part, and, just to make it a little less boring. And don't pay attention to this part. I had a hard time, so this is an off-white that I did for the design part, and I was trying to really, I worked on this, I don't know how many times, trying to get those lines straight, and I just used a blue acrylic, and I just did my best. I missed a bunch of stuff, but now I'm working on her top. I mixed up those two colors because in the reference photos, it was like a bluish, gray, green, something like that, so I liked it, and I wanted to, paint it that way. And if you see the light right there, that's from my headlamp. And I'm gonna go ahead and be working on some shadows for her top. And I'm just gonna be spraying that carefully. I got putty all over her. I didn't want to mask. I hate masking, and the liquid mask is, I don't know. It's 50-50 if it's gonna eat my paint. And I'm going to be using this pastel to do some of the highlights. And the camera, the light's really strong, so when I blend it in, it doesn't look like there's a highlight. But in the glamour shots, you're going to see there's definitely a highlight. The pastels definitely work, and you could clear coat over pastels. There's some people think you can't clear coat over pastels. You definitely can, and they will stay. I guess it just depends on what type of pastel you use. And speaking of pastels, now I'm going to be adding a little bit of warmth to her skin. And this is why I said you didn't have to do the pink or the red underneath. You could have it in a more controlled manner by doing it this way and doing it afterwards. And some people will say, hey, well, if you paint it underneath and just, put a thin coat on top, then that should work too. Yeah, I mean, if you're really good at that, just depends. Some people leave too much, and then it doesn't look really realistic, unless that's the style you're painting. If you're painting more, that style, then yeah, it'll work. This is the way I like to do it. I like to create my own, and that's the reason why I do it like this. And I will say that, I don't know, I don't want to complain, but the way this model was cut, I didn't really care for it. Like the way her hair was just attached, you know, especially on her head and then on her body. I felt like the hair should have been a totally separate piece. It'd been a lot easier to get in some of those areas. Right now I'm using a little bit of red in her lower eyelids, and what I'm using here is watercolor because I want to make some freckles for her. I think my warrior has some freckles on her, so that's what I'm doing. I had to really work on it. I had to like dab it off, water it down. You know, I think in the end it looked pretty good. Again, the lighting here is pretty strong, so it may stand out a lot, but again, I think once her face comes together, you'll start to see it, and it looks a lot more natural. I'll just say that. And I'm going to be using this red pastel. I didn't show it, but this is a red pastel, and I'm just putting a little more warmth on her face. And she's supposed to be natural. She's not supposed to be wearing any makeup, so that's why I'm not putting it on heavy as far as the pastel. And gonna be using this fur brown and working on her eyebrows. Maybe I should have made them darker, but I think it turned out just fine. Matter of fact, her right eye, there's a piece of hair that goes over that. You're really not even gonna see anything on her right side anyway, but anyway, I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I don't know if everyone likes it or not. Gonna be doing her hoop earrings right here in just gold, nothing exciting. Gonna be working on her hair now, and taking the sideboard brown. This is just supposed to be the base coat, so I'm going for full coverage here. That's how she looks. I didn't say, oh my god, look at that gap right there. I'm not good at filling in these gaps, but I'm gonna try. This is from VXLabs. I don't normally say the names of them, only because I believe I put them in the description. But it's a nice model. It's a nice model. I liked it. I just wish it was cut a little better. But like again, I don't want to complain. I just say I just wish it was cut a little better. And for her hair, I should have made it a little bit lighter. You know, I think it fits her face, you know, her hair color, but I wish I would have made her brown hair just a little shade lighter, but I wasn't about to repaint that whole thing because again, her hair is attached to her body, and I did all that by hand. And I didn't show the her little drape over her legs, but I basically used a red and a AK deep red and like a red orange for the highlights. I know it doesn't really give you much, but that's what I did. And I'm just painting her gold little medallions on her sash. I made that gold because reference colors said that was gold, so that's what I made it. And now there's like a panther behind her, and I'm gonna be using these 3 pastels, and it was pretty simple. It was just really just black, but I wanted to do some highlights, and I looked at some reference photos online on people, you know, who's painted them before on canvas, and they got a little bit of blue and the light gray on it, so I went ahead and did that. And the panther's eyes I made green. I actually saw a couple of cool reference photos of some panthers that had really, really pretty green eyes. And also my warrior, I think her last name is Zaya, Altan Zaya. It's an original from VXLabs, and her eyes are green, so it was kind of like a play on that, saying like, you know, the panther was kind of like, you know, like her in a way, like fierce warrior, you know, stealthy. I don't know. Maybe I'm making all that up, but it sounds good, right? Well, that's it for the painting. Next up are the glamour shots. Thanks for those that stayed. Like and subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think.
This one's officially done. See you at the next one.